And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Tyler Glasnow. What do we have on him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Ready to go? Nick Kurtz digs in now.
First baseman, number 16, Nick Kurtz.
Oh, senior slide.
And that's how he gets started here in Los Angeles. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. And a swing and a miss there. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
You talking to me? There you are.
Back here at Chavez Ravine. And pitching in this one for the A's, Luis Severino. How about a report on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
That clips the corner. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting second, shortstop
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. And now the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power.
That's right. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Good piece of hitting going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that.
Now this one gets through. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He will score and they take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Will Smith at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a miss. No throw. Safe at second. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Got out some good hits right there.
Outside. Ball 1.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Runner goes again. Puts a bunt down. Wilson. Oops, he came home with it. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly. So 2 outs with runners on the corners.
We gotta get out of here.
Here comes Max Muncy. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
Double steal. Swing and a miss. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning.
But he get out of that jam.
Top of the second. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Glasnow back to work.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Glasnow back to work, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him swinging for the catch.
I should not have swung at that bullshit.
Strikeouts. Jeff McNeil stands in.
Ball, that's out. Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. This one in the air, right field. 2 down. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Swings through that.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault it.
And that's
bullshit.
It's a strikeout. Back here in L.A., bottom of the second. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And that skips in the dirt. That misses the zone.
God damn.
Swing and a miss.
There we go.
Fought off foul. No.
Oh my Lord.
This one, it's out of here. A solo shot.
That didn't go nowhere near where it was supposed to.
It's 2-0. Now it's the second baseman, Alex Freeland. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. Late with the swing there.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Batting 8th, center fielder.
So a man at first. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Runner on the go. Cut on and miss. Throw down to second. They're in plenty of time. He's caught stealing. To the right side, and that chance handled. Throws to first. 2 down. Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now.
All right.
Going 1. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swings through that one. Next pitch, not close, up high. Swings and misses. That K is his 3rd of the game. New inning getting started. Stepping in, Lawrence Butler.
That's outside.
With Glasnow pitching today, I think about how intimidating it must be to face this guy. He's not just a tall pitcher. He's a 6'8" flamethrower, and that's not a comfortable experience for any lineup.
Betts should have this one. Brings it in. And a quick out, number 1. Max Muncy up next for the A's. Inside, just missed. Check swing. He went. That's strike 1.
Come on, bro.
That's ball 2.
Ground ball up the middle. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. Man at first. Next up for the A's, Denzel Clark. Tap foul at the plate. 0-1 now. Swing and a miss.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the A's, first baseman.
So the lineup flips over. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Nick Kurtz. That's outside.
That's a ball.
And that is ball 1. Swings through that.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. Don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. And a swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Swing and a miss as he was late. Got him. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Up next,
Mookie Betts now made his debut with the Red Sox in 2014 and actually hit a home run against the Dodgers in 2016.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Mookie is fantastic for baseball. A great player, big personality. He's played for some of the most popular teams in the league.
Here's Ohtani. A double and a run scored his first time up. They go with the intentional walk, so he's on first with 2 out. So a man aboard, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman singled and drove in a run his first time through.
Ball. Hey!
Swings through that one. Ohtani leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball. Runner on the go. Pitch is low.
That's down.
Throw to second and great jump. Man at second. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Start of the fourth, and now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers.
You know, these athletics, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. Yes,
Come
he
on,
did.
bro.
That's a swing. Struck him out swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. Tyler Soderstrom will hit next. Went down on strikes his first time through. And there's 2 away. Brent Rooker up next for the A's. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, you know, with 2 out and nobody on, it's going to take something special to get a run across. So why not? You got some pop. Swing for the fences. Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive.
Now this one
Let's
is
go.
hammered.
See ya.
On its way.
Let's go.
Gone. And
Adios, amigo.
he shoots one out to right. And they tie it up. It's 2-2.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
So up next, Jacob Wilson. That's down and in. A slider missed. Check swing, but he went too far. Strike 1. Right through there for a strike. Sets him down on strikes. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Booyah.
Back here at Dodger Stadium. Bottom of the 4th.
On the mound, he's looking to keep momentum on their side with a quick inning. Keep those runs.
Mark Leiter Jr. takes over on the mound.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Smith swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
This one belted deep
Fuck.
in field, on its way, gone.
God damn it.
He'll circle the bases. Here's Max
Will
Muncy.
fucking Smith.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That misses. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's the second baseman, Alex Freeland. 1 for 1 with a single so far. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Swings and misses. 0-2. Right through there. Got him. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers.
2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes, grounded out his first time. And a swing and a miss there.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Now
Bats.
right fielder, Lawrence Button. So they turn to their closer, Edwin Diaz.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him. You know, these A's, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
That one 95 to finish him off. So digging in, Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1.
That's the ball.
And he hits a ground ball right side, foul. And that's just foul. Strike 2. Swing and a miss.
Oh, he hit me.
Throwing beatings.
Come on.
Next, Denzel Clark struck out swinging his first time. Swings through that one out in front that time. And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side of the fifth. Back here in L.A., we head to the bottom of the fifth. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He was late there, strike 1. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Teoscar Hernandez, the next to hit, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Ball.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
For the Dodgers.
2 outs, base is empty. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Slider right there. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Laced down the line. Could be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. Betts into second.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
In the air, out towards right center. Clark on the move to the alley. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Nick Kurtz. 0-1.
Got him.
Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Here comes the throw. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And fouled off. The 0-1. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No swing. Just held it back there. And that one fouled off. Man at second. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. He caught it behind his back to third, and he's safe. So it's first and third with one down.
That was nasty.
Get back for Brent Rooker now. 1 for 2.
That was a nice play pitch.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
2 on, 1 out. Check swing, appeal to first. Yes, he did.
Come on.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up. When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Runners on first and third, 2 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
Oh, I shouldn't have swung at that.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Freddie Freeman. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down.
You got to catch that.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Smash that one.
Now pitching for the
Brady
A's,
Basso
number
into the
66,
game.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
The batter now will be Will Smith. In the dirt. Here's your 1.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise.
Runner takes off. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Got him. 1 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, third base.
1 out man at first. Now it's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. He's already homered here in this one. Here's the pitch. Runner goes.
Nope, that's foul.
Muncy, 35 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick. back in 2012. Strike two. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Now it's the second baseman, Alex Freeland.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Now there's a bullet down the line. And it stays fair.
Come on.
Here comes Freddie around third. The run comes in from second.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than
Come
that.
on.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Paz up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
Ball, that's out.
In the dirt, but kept close.
God damn, nigga.
Runner at second, 2 down. In the air to left center, Soderstrom on the move, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Back here at Dodger Stadium, top of inning number 7, Jacob Wilson getting ready to
That's a
hit.
ball.
Breaking ball inside, and that's ball 2. And that'll get down for a hit, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Kind of your classic jam shot blooper right there. Paid a good pitch on the inside. Gotten to hit it off the handle, but he still muscled it out there. You just have to tip your cap on the mound. Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Tying run at the plate.
No, foul ball.
That's a base hit. Here comes the runner. He'll score. It's an RBI single.
Let's go.
And now they trail by 1.
2 consecutive base hits.
See you later.
These guys here.
Ain't no.
Number 70 gets the call from the pen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Muncy now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Flails at that one. It's a strikeout. Denzel Clark digs in now. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to him.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nick Kurtz will hit next. 1 for 3. That's the third. Muncy. to first. Third out. That ends the frame. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the 7th, Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 1.
Yep, that ball went out.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
And a 3-1 on the way. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Payoff pitch. Line drive, speared at first. Kurtz takes it himself, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Back to the top of the order, Teoscar Hernandez now at the plate.
Ball.
That one fouled hard the other way. Ball to strike. The pitch. Fastball for a strike. And down on strikes he goes. That's out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Mookie Betts. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here in L.A., ready to begin the 8th. Shea Langoliers getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Swings through that.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And it's fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. Balance that time.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Next is the designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. It's 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. It's an immaculate inning.
Man, we should have got him.
Back here at Dodger Stadium. On to the bottom of the 8th. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball 1.
Swings and misses. And it's 2-1. That one missed. And that drops in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. comes a 3-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
That's a ball.
Just missed.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Here's a 2-1. On the ground, Wilson throws to first in time. And up to the plate is Will Smith. He's already homered in this game. Intentional walk coming here. They put him on board, and with 2 outs, they'll go after the next batter. So a man at first. Here comes Max Muncy. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Hogan Harris.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the
odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position. So digging in, Alex Freeland.
RBI knock for him last
God
time. Now
damn.
a chance to drive in.
Everybody hitting today.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. That misses. 1-2 to count. First and second, 2 down. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. Back here at Chavez Ravine. All set to start the 9th in this one. Jeff McNeil digs in now. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. And that skips in the dirt. Outside low. Ball 2. Late on that fastball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jacob Wilson. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Check swing went around. Strike 1.
Ball, that's just out.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that.
Oh, now a great stop. Fires to first, and that's a great play for the
That's a good play.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Hey.
They're down to their final strike.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. And
good game, Brody.
Tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
4-3 our final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Moonbeam ice cream, taking off your blue jeans, dancing at the movies, 'cause it feels so mystical, magical, oh baby, 'cause once you know my love is so mystical, magical, oh baby, 'cause once you know my little heart to give, baby, I wanna give you the world, not saying you gotta chase me, but I wouldn't mind it if you give me just a little bit of something we can work it with, but all you do is push me out, but I like it anyway.
Oh, that's tough.